Hello students, welcome to 9th Maths online classes. In today's video, we are going to start our next chapter, that is statistics. So first of all, coming to what is statistics. Statistics is that branch of mathematics in which we have some data and we try to give some meaningful information from that. We try to interpret it in such a way that the information we collected, the data we collected can be meaningfully arranged and the good information can be interpreted from it. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn about presentation of data. The data collected should be presented in such a way that it looks so good that information can easily be interpreted. We can derive the information very easily and it also look good to the eyes of the viewer. Now there are different methods of presentation of data. They are, the first one is frequency distribution table, the second one is bar graph, histogram and frequency polygon. Now these three comes under the category of graphical representation. That is, graphical means we try to make the graph from the information and that information is generally in the form of frequency distribution table. Now coming to the first topic, that is frequency distribution table. Now in frequency distribution table there are always three columns. First one is according to the question. Second and third columns always remain same, that is telemarks and the frequency. Now the first column is always based on the question. Like for example, in this question, it is given that marks obtained by 30 students. So in this question, the data is related to the marks, so the column will be of marks. Or in the question, whatever it says, the first column will always be of that thing. Now, frequency distribution table can also be made by two ways. The first one is for ungrouped data and the second one is for the grouped data. Now first of all, I am doing this question with the ungrouped form. Okay, now in this question there are marks given to us and I have, looking at these marks, I have arranged them in ascending order. All the marks which are given, so I have arranged them in descending order from 10 to 95. Now the first thing is arranging them in this form. The second one is finding the telemarks. So how I am going to do is, look at the 10, okay? Now I am finding the 10 here, this is, and telemarks will be this. So 10 I will cancel. Now then 20, so I will put 1 mark in 20 and then cancel it. Similarly 36 and I will cut it. 92 and 95. 92, 95, then I will cross them. 40 and 50. 56, 60 and 70, 92, 88. Okay, 92 is repeated again, so I will put 1 after it and then 88, 80, 70. 70 is again repeated, so I will put it here and then 72. It will be my here. Okay, then 72 I will cross here. 70 and 70, 2 times more 70, 40, 36, 40, 92 again, 40 again, 50 and 50, 56, 60, 70 once again. Now look at this 70. This is my fifth 70. Right, there were already 4 and this is my fifth one. So what I am going to do, the fifth one will not be a slash here. It will be like this. Okay, 4 vertical line and then cross it. So this represents my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, then 60, 60, 60. 3 times 60. So 2 times it will be like this and the third time it will be like this. Now I will cancel all of them. They are all cancelled out. So my table is complete till telemarks. Now I will find the frequency. How? I will just count them. That is 1, 1. These are 2, then 4, 3, 2, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1, 3 and 1. Right? I have counted them 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. These are my 5s. Now I will count these numbers. Okay? 4, 8, 11, 13, 23, 24, 25, 26. It is my 30. Now look at the question. There were 30 students, right? If it has 30 students, then the total should also be 30. If in any case, while doing the question, your total is not as the given numbers, or you can count them. These numbers are also 30. If you do not get 30 over here or the total given to you in the question, then there is a mistake in your question and you need to check the question again. So the total should always be the same as the given in the question. Now let's come to our next topic, that is terms related to group data. I have told you that frequency distribution table are made for ungrouped data and group data. Now coming to the grouped data. In group data, we have some groups of number. Like for example, in ungrouped data, we were taking just simple numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40. These were my numbers. For ungrouped data, that was the thing. But for group data, we have small groups of number, like from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, or you can say 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. So these are my groups, right? And these groups are called my class intervals. Okay? For example, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. These are my class intervals. Okay? Now the second term is lower limit and upper limit. What are these? If I take a class interval, suppose 0 to 10, right? So this 0 is my lower limit and 10 is my upper limit. Now these upper limit and lower limit keeps on changing according to the class interval. Like for example, if I take this class interval, here my upper will be 30 and lower will be 20. But for 0 to 10, upper will be 10 and lower will be 0. For 10 to 20, upper will be 20 and lower will be 10. So these limits keep on changing according to the class interval. Now the third is class width and it can also be called as class size. Now class width and class size has a formula, that is upper minus lower, and it always remains same. Like for example, in 0 to 10, it is 10 minus 0. Like 10 minus 0, that is my 10. Right? Now the second one, 10 minus 20. It is 20 minus 10, that will be 10. Right? Now the third one is 30 minus 10, 20, that is again 10. So the class size is always same no matter what class interval we are taking, and it is the rule of class intervals. It is the rule for the grouped data that the class size must be same. Okay? Now the fourth one is class mark. Class mark is nothing but the midpoint of the class interval. It has the formula upper plus lower divided by 2. Like if we are not applying this formula, we can easily see that what is the midpoint of 0 and 10. It is obviously 5. 10 to 20, what is the midpoint? 15. But how are we going to find it? We are going to find it with this formula. That is 0 plus 10 upon 2, that is 10 upon 2 equals to 5. Similarly, 20 plus 10, that is 30. 30 divided by 2, 15. So, in some question, we can easily find them by just looking at the data. But in some question, if you are given the class interval like 1 to 4, then how are we going to find it? It will be quite confusing how to find it. Then we should use the formula. It will be 1 plus 4 divided by 2, 5 by 2, that is 2.5. So that's why this formula is quite important. So these are the terms related to group data. Now let's take an example how to form the frequency distribution table for the group data. Now let's take the same example, but now it's for the group data. Now what is group data? In ungrouped data, we take the numbers as it is. Like what are the numbers? 10, 20, 36, 40, 50, these were we were taking. Now in group data, we are going to take small groups of numbers. For example, I can take the number from 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 in the same interval, in the same group. So now for this question, I have taken the groups. The smallest was 10, so 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. But always remember that the size should be same. That is, the difference should be same. Like 10 to 20, there are 10 numbers. 20 minus 10, that is 10. Similarly, all have the difference of 10. Now what I am going to do, now first one is 10. Okay. Now let's take one more interval here, 0 to 10. Okay, I am taking one more interval, 10 to 12, 0 to 10. Now the first number is 10. Now the confusion is whether to take 10 in this one or take 10 in this one. So always remember that 10 would be included in this one. From 0 to 10, only the numbers from 0 to 9 will be included. Or any number, like if the number is around 9.6, so it will be included in that. But whenever it becomes 10, it would go in the next category. So my 10 would be here. Okay, then number, I will cut it. The number is 20. So 20 can be here and here both. But I will take 20 in the next one. Because here the number are from 10 to 19 only. Now 36. 36 come under the group of this one. 30 to 40. 36 will be in between 30 to 40. No, 36 will be here. Then 92. 92 will be between 90 and 100. Similarly, 95 will also be between the 90 and 100. Now 40 will be included in this one because it starts from 40. Then 50 will be here. Then 56 again here. Then 60 will be here. Then 70. So I am going to do all of them in the same way. 92, 88, 80 will also be here. 70, 72 will also be here. Then 70 and 70. Now 170 here, and I have told you the fifth one will be like this. So my 270s are cancelled. 40 will be here. Then 36, 40, 92. 92 is again here. 40, 50 and 50. 50. Then 56. 56 also come here. So it will be my 5. So it will be like this. Then 60. 70. Now I have crossed 5. So the 70 will be here one more. That is my 6. Then 60, 60 and 60. 3 times 60. So 1, 2 and 3. Now I will count them. There will be no number in the category 0 to 10 because there is no number between 0 to 9 in here. So it will be 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 5, 6, 2 and 4. Then I will again count them. It will be my 30. The total should always be equal to the number given to us. So this is the way of making the frequency distribution table. There is one more concept related to the data. There were class interval, class marks, these all were for the group data, but this range is not based on any grouped or ungrouped. It just focuses on the data, not the table we are making. Now suppose we are given some data 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 9, 8, 4, 1, 2. Suppose this is the data given to us and we are asked what is the range of the data. Now range is the highest number minus lowest number. Okay, it does not focuses on the frequency, it focuses on the number which is given, that is highest number minus lowest number. So in the data I can see that my highest number is 9 and my lowest number is this 0. So the range will be 9. So in the frequency distribution table, different questions can be asked, like form the distribution table based on the data, and then different questions can also be asked, like what is the range of data. If you are making group distribution, they can ask what is the class size, what is the class mark of this particular limit or this particular class interval. For example, you are given that 20 to 27. Okay, this is a class interval you are given and they can ask that what is the class mark of this class interval. So you just need to put the formula 20 plus 27 upon 2, right? It would be in points, 23.5, right? So these simple concepts can be asked in the form of question for frequency distribution table. So I hope you liked today's video. Keep practicing. Thank you.